Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history, and a thought for the day. If you go to the poetrychangeslives.com website, you can read more and you can buy the book there as well if you want. Well, today on this day in 1936, the American psychiatrist and writer M. Scott Peck was born. He's quite a remarkable man. His best known book is The Road Less Traveled, which contained at the time quite radical and unusual views on people's feelings, behaviors, and their thinking as well. And it led thousands of people to reconsider their whole attitude and position in life. His perspective for love, for example, is unusual to some people. He said love is not a feeling, it is an activity. It is an investment we make by our actions. And it is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. That came as quite a surprise to a lot of people who thought that love was just a lovely warm feeling you get when you gaze into the eyes of someone you really fancy. Well, Scott Peck put them all right on that, and I think he was correct. Perhaps less well known about him is that he was also an exorcist. He helped many people suffering from demonic possession, and he wrote a book about it called Glimpses of the Devil, which I've read, and it's quite a scary book. It's very factual and very chilling in its account of perfectly ordinary people in New York City in the 20th century having their lives turned upside down by demonic possession, which some people don't believe really exists, but Scott Peck puts you right on that, and he describes what happened and what he did about it, and in very stark terms. It really made me think. Exorcism is such a scary subject. Gosh. Well, today I'm going to read a poem about another glimpse of the devil, going back to Elizabethan times, Christopher Marlowe's brilliant play, Doctor Faustus. Of course, Marlowe was a contemporary of Shakespeare and a very, very clever, educated man, better educated than Shakespeare. But Marlowe's life was cut short at the age of, I think, 34 or 35, when he was brutally murdered in a pub in South London. He was stabbed to death. Otherwise, who knows what great works he might have gone on to create. I'm going to read a passage from his best-known play, probably, Doctor Faustus, which is a sort of cautionary tale. It's about a man who sold his soul to the devil. He entered into a pact, what's known these days as a Faustian pact, where you surrender long-term benefit in favor of short-term pleasure. And the devil promised Faustus during his lifetime he could have whatever he wanted in terms of wealth, food, mood-altering drugs, love, anything he wanted. But when he died, his soul belonged to the devil. And this extract I'm going to read is when the time is almost up for Faustus and the devil is about to claim him and take him down to hell. And this is Faustus bewailing his poor judgment and begging for just a little bit longer to sort himself out. It's very chilling. Here we are. Ah, Faustus, now hast thou but one bare hour to live, and then thou must be damned perpetually. Stand still, you ever-moving spheres of heaven, that time may cease and midnight never come. For nature's eye, rise, rise again, and make perpetual day, or let this hour be but a year, a month, a week, a natural day, that Faustus may repent and save his soul. O lente, lente, currite, noctis equi. The stars move still, time runs, the clock will strike, the devil will come and Faustus must be damned. That's the awful grim words of a man who knows that he's about to spend the rest of his eternity in hell. Today I ask to make the right choices between short-term gain and long-term benefit. I will not sell my soul to the devil, and I hope you won't either. Thanks for listening.